You know what sucks about dying? The crash. Everything up till now. Brain damage. You guys, everything. Has made my life so much more real. I've never been more excited to be alive. All that hope wasted.
Terry Akers is a former Pathos 2 crewman and an antagonist in Soma. By the time Simon Jarrett first meets him in the lower levels of THETA, Akers is heavily mutated, uncommunicative, and hostile, forcing Simon to evade him. What is up, everyone, and welcome back to another episode of History Behind the Horror. I'm your host Tay, and for today's video we will be talking about Terry Akers from Soma. If you do enjoy this video and you would like to see more from the Soma series, make sure you give this video a like and share it. It lets me know that you guys really enjoyed this video, and make sure you put in the comments for what you want to see next. And as always, thank you so much for watching, and I hope you enjoy the video. In Soma, Akers is highly disfigured and eyeless. He is unusually humanoid for a wild creation. He has arms, hand-like appendages, and a recognizable face with exposed eye sockets, though other features such as his nose and mouth have long since sunken away. Much of his body is encrusted in bulbous cancerous growths. Where his skin is visible at all, it is discolored and leathery. Growths resembling a third arm and third foot protrude from his abdomen, and a single large gash cleaves through the front of his head and torso, making Akers appear vertically bisected. His limbs are visibly deformed, and the scans found in the medical room reveal a twisted, misshapen skeletal structure. Despite his emaciated appearance, Akers is monstrously athletic and powerful, able to smash through heavy doors and to easily outrun and overpower Simon. Akers is blind but has excellent hearing. Much like the proxies found elsewhere in THETA, he moves to investigate disturbances throughout the labs. Simon can stay crouched in order to avoid alerting him or throw objects to create distractions. While Akers cannot see the light from Simon's flashlight, he can hear the sound of it turning on or off. He will also detect Simon automatically, no matter the circumstances, if he gets too close. Akers gargles and gags hoarsely as he treads through the halls of THETA, and his footfalls are heavy and loud. These sounds can forewarn of the creature's presence. When searching or patrolling, he moves slowly, arms close to his torso, but once he detects Simon, he gives chase, shrieking and howling and flailing his arms. In this state, Akers runs at least as fast as Simon can, and trying to outrun him is futile without a generous head start. If he catches Simon, he will knock him out unconscious, or injure him, or kill him, then resume patrolling. Akers usually opens closed doors by activating the adjacent panel, much as Simon or a human would do. But if agitated or trapped, he can bash through even the heaviest doors to reach a target. He compromises one of THETA's bulkheads in this manner in order to reach Simon in the station's maintenance levels. Once a man, Akers served as the head of Delta on Pathos 2. On August 14, 2103, feeling the growing threat of the wild and the site's general state of deterioration, the rest of the site's crew relocated to THETA. Akers willingly stayed behind. Sometime during the period of isolation that followed, he began ingesting large amounts of structured gel, undergoing a brief period of reconstruction and plummeting into insanity. In one intense psychotic episode, Akers heard a voice telling him that he did not need his eyes to see. This voice, coupled with gel-induced light sensitivity, convinced him to remove his own eyes. On January 15th, 2104, he called THETA claiming that he wanted to relocate as his crew did months prior. THETA dispatch technician Peter, presently surprised at this request, informed Akers of a team of divers, Maggie and Sean Evans, among others, who were in the area, and directed the team to the site to retrieve him. Akers ambushed them upon arrival, overpowering the entire party and cutting off their communications before they could warn THETA. He injected the fatally wounded divers with structure gel and escaped using the Zeppelin they'd arrived in. THETA's crew later spotted the Zeppelin near their complex, finding Akers disfigured and comatose within the vessel. They unwittingly brought him to the site's medical ward. The on-site doctor took several scans and performed an examination, and started writing a report on her office terminal declaring that, due to the heavy mutation and gel infestation ravaging his body, he was unlikely to ever awaken. Akers rose from the examination table and bashed in her skull before she finished. Simon later finds her body slumped in a chair, artificially animated by structure gel. The details of the ensuing battle between Akers and the remaining humans on THETA are unclear, but it appears to have been fairly one-sided. Several proxies teamed up with Akers, created either by the WoW or by Akers himself, or both. Eventually, one of the crew members, Brandon, deliberately trapped himself in the laboratory level with Akers by sabotaging the elevator, allowing the other survivors to escape into the basement. After losing the Dunbat vessel to the Wild at THETA, Simon decides to head to Omicron and search for an alternate method of transportation to the Abyss. He first needs to use the elevator near the laboratories to escape the complex, but Akers is roaming through the area, and when Simon does reach the elevator, he finds his connector chip missing. With Akers stalking him through the halls, he manages to find the chip on Brandon Wang's corpse in one of the nearby rooms and format it, returning to the elevator and repairing it. Akers rushes to investigate as the elevator activates, but Simon narrowly escapes as the doors close. Akers later catches Simon off guard in THETA's maintenance levels, capturing him and temporarily knocking him unconscious, wrapping his body in structure gel and wandering away. Several animated human bodies in THETA appear to have received similar treatments. Simon later awakens and breaks free without much difficulty. Akers makes one final appearance following Simon's escape through THETA's maintenance. After activating the drainage system, Simon backtracks to find that Akers has followed him, but both are swept away by a flood of seawater. Akers is not seen again after this, and his ultimate fate is unknown.